What's the biggest reason between these two the Packers didn't make the Super Bowl this year? Jordan Love or Matt LaFleur? Because I was listening to Wildy and Tausch earlier, and they're like, oh, well, Josh Jacobs, and if he's on Philly, does he do this? No. Saquon Barkley is elite. Josh Jacobs is good, really good. Like, Josh Jacobs is Pro Bowl, sometimes running back, like that level running back. Saquon Barkley is in the closer to the Mahomes-style running back. Like,
in your lifetime, would you be shocked to see Josh Jacobs be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Would you be shocked if Saquon Barkley was? Exactly.
But you look at it's Barkley, great. Right now it's Barkley and Henry. And then Jacobs is in the tier below with a bunch of other good running backs. And you're happy to have them. And the Packers,
100%.
But the Packers, to me, honestly, just on this little note, to really unlock Jacobs, you need a compliment. And that's the difference between a Henry and a Barkley. Jacobs would be so much better, and hopefully for the Packer fans, Marshawn Lloyd is that guy. And then he could be the opposite. And now all of a sudden you got a fresher Jacobs, and then you got a home run hitter. Because Jacobs is not a home run hitter. He is a ground and pound type running back.
The stats show it. Like, Saquon Barkley had 7 plays of 40-plus yards this season, and Josh Jacobs had 0. Josh Jacobs is a really good running back. He is clearly the kind of back that Matt LaFleur wants. He wants someone who's going to wear you down, tire you out, force you to stack the box. Otherwise, he's just going to continuously fall forward for first downs, a la Wisconsin football.
Right.
And then he's going to throw over the top of you. Now, that's what they have. It's good, but it is not Saquon Barkley, who you can build an offense around. That's why he was the number 2 pick in the NFL draft that year.
So we were in consensus on the Barkley question. So I got to thinking, and I felt like they hemmed and hawed around it. Now, they did say that, Tasha had a kind of a weird ice pick sort of climbing Mount Denali sort of whatever mountain you want to do, but I prefer Mount Denali. And so, like, he was trying to climb that one, and you didn't have the ice picks or whatever. So I went, and the simplest answer is you don't have the quarterback. And so Jordan Love is good. And I'm not saying you don't have it forever. But over the last 2 years, Jordan Love has not been good enough, and we all can agree on that, to get the Packers to the Super Bowl. And the Philadelphia Eagles are a little bit of an outlier, but we just talked about it. They have Saquon Barkley. They have a perfect team, and they have a quarterback who fits their offense perfect. Like, Kellen Moore has built his offense around Jalen Hurts. He has made a Jalen Hurts offense. The offense works specifically for Jalen Hurts. Now, is Jalen Hurts a traditionally as good a quarterback as Jordan Love? No. But in the Jalen Hurts offense, Jalen Hurts, I think, is better than Jordan Love. Now, can Matt LaFleur make an offense that fits Jordan Love better? Sure. But Jalen Hurts statistically has put up monster numbers. He's efficient. He doesn't turn it over a lot. He scores a lot of touchdowns when you count for rushing them. And the team is scoring a lot of points. It's a very good offense. And they've gone to Super Bowls 2 out of the last 3 years. They've gone to the playoffs 3 years in a row. And so you can't really argue with against Jalen Hurts on that. We talk about Josh Allen in this game. Well, Josh Allen, obviously, MVP candidate. And then Jaden Daniels, rookie skill QB, playing maybe the greatest rookie season of all time for quarterback. We'll have to wait and see what happens. C.J. Stroud came back down to earth a little bit. Still a really good quarterback, but not the second coming of Tom Brady. So the question I wanted to ask, and we threw it out there once before, but I'll throw it out again, the side unlimited poll question, whose shoulders more blame for the Packers not making the Super Bowl the last 2 years? Matt LaFleur or Jordan Love? 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talking text line. List is more. It's a side unlimited poll question. And initially, Alex, I want to say LaFleur because he didn't do it with Rodgers as well.
But I will say there's just a little bit of me that wants to give more blame to Rodgers, which is weird because I wasn't that guy for a long time. I think that Rodgers had a lot of times in his career where he was let down pretty big by the organization, and there were some times where he let the organization down big. It never was a perfect marriage. Specifically that last year, there are a bunch of times where it was just him looking for Devontae, or I guess not even that. That last year was just him giving up on the team entirely. But specifically the year before that, he looked for Devontae. He wasn't calling the plays that were called. Things were going wrong. And so it feels weird, and we watch him this year on the Jets absolutely bungle a season away. I mean, this is a terrible way to peter out. As if you want to be an all-time great, this is not how you want to go out. And so before Jordan Love, it wasn't a good marriage, and it doesn't feel like we can. I don't know how I can properly assess blame. Now that Jordan Love is here, we're 2 years in. I think it's more on Jordan Love because Jordan Love is not Patrick Mahomes, right? So the NFC is better because there is no Pat Mahomes. There is no one who is you run through that team. If they can put together a game plan and something that can catch flames and be a 1 year wonder, they can take over the NFC. It can happen. And it's proven because every year it's a different team in the NFC, it feels like. Yes, the Eagles have done it twice, but entirely separate ways. The San Francisco 49ers have done it entirely different ways, and the Rams have done it once recently. So when you look at it that way, there is no unbeatable giant in the NFC, which means, is it that Jordan Love's not good enough? Yes, but it's that he hasn't been good enough yet, and I do believe that the NFC is winnable.
Yes, but Jaden Daniels puts an asterisk on that. Like what he did this year, he could be Mahomes.
He could be.
I don't know where he's going to end up, but he is off to a hell of a start. Now, here's the thing with Daniels, which is worth noting, that we don't know what his ceiling will be. I did write this down somewhere, but he had a lot of college experience. So he might be, and this is my whole case with Jordan Love. So for an example, with Jordan Love, I said this year and going forward, he might not get exponentially better. He might get better in the margins because obviously Jordan Love, Jordan Love is fascinating. He had 38 college starts, and he came in so his first year as a starter, he was 25 years old and had 38 college starts. For an example, Jaden Daniels, 24 years old, had 55 college starts. So, again, a lot of experience starting games. Bo Nix, 25 and 61. So he was 25 years old with 61 college starts when he started as a rookie this year. And then you look at Cam Ward. Cam Ward has 57 college starts. So when you look at some of these guys, like what are they going to be? Daniels and Love might be more cooked than we think. Not like in a bad way, but they might be closer to their fuller product because they've already had a lot of experience.
Wait, you're saying Jordan Love had a lot of experience despite having less experience than these other rookies?
But he was 25 when he started. I'm saying that right now Jordan Love now has 2 seasons in the books plus 38 college starts, and he started at 25. What we see out of Jordan Love might just be Jordan Love.
And we've seen good stuff from Jordan Love.
Right, but right now he would be Baker Mayfield, which is a good quarterback.
Baker Mayfield struggled more than Jordan Love has to start his career in particular, and he was better in college.
Okay, but as a QBR in the NFC, Baker Mayfield better.
In the NFC?
Yes.
The last 2 years?
I'm just bringing up this year.
Well, wins, loss, Jordan Love's better.
We're talking about teams then. Baker Mayfield and Jordan Love are more comparable than you want to admit. I'm sorry. Baker Mayfield probably has more MVP votes than Jordan Love got this year.
Neither of them got a lick of MVP vote.
I think you're underestimating Baker Mayfield. You should aspire. Jordan Love should aspire to have this season that Baker Mayfield had this year.
Baker Mayfield, I'm
41 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 4,500 yards.
True. Yeah, he also has 2 fantastic players to throw the ball to. 3. Kate Otton's not bad. I mean, they were also down. How much of that is from the
Tampa made the playoffs.
Yeah.
The higher seed.
Well, okay, fewer wins.
He had 1.5 of the really good receivers this year, by the way. Chris Godwin did.
Oh, that's right, the ACL. Yeah. But
either way.
How old is Baker Mayfield? 29? So, 29 years old. So, he's got 4 years to develop into Baker Mayfield.
I'm sorry. Jordan Love turns 27 this upcoming season.
2 years.
In case you were wondering, by the way, Baker Mayfield, 48 career starts in college.
Right. Well, and my whole point, I looked that all up because everyone loves to hate on Caleb. He had the lowest of all those. He had less than all those guys.
So this is a Bears point.
It is a Bears take.
It was actually
a Bears take.
It was a draft research take because I was wondering about Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders.
Why are you wondering about Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders?
Because I care about the NFL.
Are you already done with Caleb?
No, you don't. You're not going to watch the Super Bowl if the Chiefs aren't in it.
They're in it.
No. He's moving off Caleb Williams.
No.
He's already putting in contingency plans.
Yes.
Look, all right. He's losing faith.
I'm not losing faith.
What freshman quarterbacks are starting right now?
No. So, anyways,
there is somebody in the YouTube chat saying
I actually
that
think
should tank for Arch Manning.
I think the Packers, no lie, if Jalen Milrose fell to second round, maybe take him.
I mean,
there's talk he might. He needs some
he'll
seasoning.
fall. He
needs some seasoning.
He needs.
You're paying Baker Mayfield $55.5 million a year.
He needs some marinating. He needs some marinating, not seasoning.
Again, he does not have a lot of. I mean, he's got basically the highest skill set, I would think. I like the draft. I'm a draft nerd, so I was just looking into the guys.
Okay.
Likes the draft more than Super Bowl.
True. Factual.
If the Bills and the Eagles are playing, yeah, I probably would. I'd be more locked into. I would have watched more live draft than I would have Bills Eagles, without a doubt. Without that. But that's neither here nor there. Because
He likes Mel
the
Kiper more
Chiefs-
than Tom Brady.
Well, me too, though. Mel Kiper's a good dude.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Tom Brady's weird.
We do have a few texts coming in. It's funny how you say Bumble a season away for Aaron Rodgers when he had the exact same season stats. Jordan Love stinks. That's JB from the V. Ty in Sun Prairie chimes in. Who do you take, LaFleur and Mahomes or Reed and Love? That answers your question. Fair. JB and the V, please cut the mic on this Jordan Love apologist. I cannot listen to his ice cold takes any longer. Jordan Love has a prove-it season coming up.
Yeah, because he's shown you enough to give you something to believe in. He's not. I'm not saying he's Pat Mahomes. I'm not saying he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I'm saying he's something that you could build around and win the NFC with, because none of the top 5 quarterbacks in the NFL are in the NFC.
Okay, but my whole point is that's the exact conversation around Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff and Sam Darnold. They're not getting paid $55.5 million a year.
Yeah, Jared Goff was getting paid enough to make his team trade him away and a first-round pick.
Jared Goff is getting paid $53.1 million.
You're right.
Not $55.5.
Fair enough.
And
Fair
who's
enough.
won the division the last 2 years?
Fair enough.
All right.